You know how you see with your spiritual eyes? Like I just, you know how they say, they always talking about the third eye and, you know, your spiritual vision. How do you see with your third eye? Or how do you see with your spiritual eyes? That's what I'm about to talk about. It's through thinking. That's how you see with your spiritual eyes. Through thinking. And now I'll give you an example. I've been talking to a girl that I really fucking liked. Like I was all in. I was all in. Um, I was married to her. You know, I was married to her, and when I say married to her, I mean I was committed to her. Right? I ain't want to see nobody else. Want to be with nobody else. Want to talk to nobody else. Want to meet nobody else. Nothing. I was married to her. You know, and she didn't stay. I met her on actually from my YouTube channel. Actually, from my YouTube channel, she found my channel, and then it turned out we were in a one of the same groups on Facebook. So she seen me in the group. She sent me a message. She didn't send me a message. She commented on a post I left and just showed love, and was telling everybody, check out his channel. And so, and then she sent me a friend request, right? So, I checked her page out. She was like, shit, fucking looked amazing. Looked amazing. But it takes a lot more than that for me to just want to rock with somebody, right? So checked her out. Like I liked the vibe I was, feeling. We start talking. Shit took off fast. Fast. Which it always seems to work like that with me. But, you know, everything's fucking great. It's like just in alignment. I'm fruitarian. She on the path of being fruitarian, um, which is just fucking incredibly rare to even meet a woman that's interested in making fruits, the primary part of her diet, right? It's fucking unbelievably rare. I never even thought I would meet someone that was interested in something like that. So man, shit is just going great. And we hit a couple bumps in the road, and we talked about it, smoothed it out. And it seemed like every time we hit bumps in the road, we would come back even stronger. So boom, everything's going great. Now she's starting to talk about moving to Ohio, moving with me. And I'm all in. I'm with it. Like shit. When you trying to come now? Tomorrow? That's how with it I was. That's how all in I was. And so, we played around with that idea. And then she was like, you know what? I just skipped the visit. First, no. Okay, so first she was just gonna visit for a few days. We was trying to work that out. We was working that out. So first it was just gonna be a visit for a few days. And then she started talking about just moving in with me, moving to Ohio to be with me. And I'm all in. And she just wanted to skip the visit. Like fuck the visit. I'm ready to just come down there and be with you. I'm ready for you to come down here and be with me. That's how it was. And then, we started talking about flights, and I was like that close to booking a flight when I sent her a text on Messenger that she misunderstood. And that's all it took, right? That's all it took. She misunderstood a text I sent, right? And all I said was, we were talking, I had sent her a message. I unsent the message, which was just a thumb. It was only the thumbs up. I don't like that thumb. I didn't even send it on purpose. I don't, I really doubt I sent that on purpose. I never sent. Anyway, that's what it was. So I unsent the thumb. Well, the last time I had unsent a message, she said that she asked me what it was. So I told her. Now, she had unsent many messages, right? Not many, 3. She unsent 3 messages, at least 3. And, I kind of wanted to know what they said, like she wanted to know what mine said, but I'm thinking, well, she unsent it for a reason. she ain't want she ain't want me to see it, you know. And I just never like it wasn't never any type of deal with me. It was nothing. Like I don't care. I really don't, Like I didn't like my don't care was so strong. I never even said anything about it. So when I unsent the thumb, I told her what the message was, right? Because last time I did that, she wanted to know what it was. So I just told her without her even asking what the message was. And then I mentioned, you've unsent many messages. FYI. FYI, I'm aware that you've unsent many messages. And then I put a laughing emoji after that. I was just joking. Like it was just humor. I thought it was funny. That's it, right? So she saw that. And from that, she felt and believed that she said I was being passive aggressive and I was being mean. What do you do with that? Right? And so from there, right now, she didn't take the time to ask me. Right? Like I have no idea how she came to this conclusion anyway, especially when I put the emoji, the laughing emoji there. Right? And I didn't even do it for her. So necessarily for her, so she would know I was joking. I really thought that was funny. I really thought that was funny. Now just put it in there. But that's what she took from that. That's how she interpreted that. And so from there, I later got a message from her that she wasn't coming out here. I mean, let me see. I don't remember which happened first. I don't remember. We talked about it, right? And I don't remember what came first, either the talk or her message, but she sent me a message saying that she's not coming, right? Now, she had already told me to book the flight. And in her message, she was like, I don't know if you booked the flight yet, and a bunch of blah, 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 but basically, I'm not coming. What do you do with that? So when I first heard that, you know, like we talked about it, and I just basically told her it was just humor. You misunderstood, you know. And then I got a message from her saying that she wasn't coming out here, but I could go out there, right? I could go see her on those same days, and she'd show me all around and, all this great, wonderful stuff. And I'm like, hell yeah, right? Like, I would love that so much. Like, I'm thinking like we should have, this is what it should have been from the beginning. Should have been. Like, it went how it's supposed to go, but I'm just saying, if it would have been like that from the beginning, you know, I feel like I would have preferred that over her coming. I'd have preferred to go there over her coming here, right? Because I like to travel. I just don't really, I don't know. I don't like to travel. Like, but like to go to another state, to hang out with somebody, to see somebody, spend time, and them show me, I just love the idea of that, right? So then, before I started looking with my spiritual eyes, everything was great. Everything was great. Then I started looking at the situation with my spiritual eyes. And I realized it wasn't what it looked like at all. I realized that there were some real issues here. And which ultimately brought me to the place of there's just no reason for us to even keep talking now. Which is crazy. Like, over something so seemingly small, right? But when you look with your spiritual eyes, and people say, well, what do they say? If you look hard enough for something, you're gonna find it. That's what they say, right? They say that to in reference to people that say like think too much. There's no such thing as that, right? But I say, if ain't nothing there, there's nothing to find, right? If ain't nothing there, there's nothing to find. There's no money in this field. There's no pile of money laying nowhere in this field, which means what? I'm not gonna find a pile of money laying in this field. If ain't nothing there to find, you ain't gonna find nothing. But as I started looking, I'm like, okay, this was like a big one, right? She told me to book a flight. And then because she misunderstood something that I said, which even if she understood it correctly, that still doesn't justify the reaction I got, in my opinion. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I didn't lie. What I said was the truth. You don't know my tone because I didn't verbally say it, right? But you could have looked at the fucking emoji and saw that I was being humorous because I sent a laughing emoji, right? With all that, right? She still misunderstood and still changed her mind, and she didn't give a fuck whether I bought that ticket or not. She didn't give a fuck. You talking about close to $500. She didn't give a fuck. First, she told me to book it. Then she said, I ain't coming. And she started off with, I don't know if you bought that ticket or not. She didn't give a fuck. How do you ignore that? So like she's inviting me to come see her. But what if you misunderstand me again and say, you know what? I think it's too soon for us to meet in person. Or you know what? I'm just not really feeling it. I'm out close to $500. Which I mean, I'd probably still go. But I don't know nobody out there. Fuck I'm gonna do. I ain't the same person I used to be. I used to could be able to go anywhere and have fun. But I don't do that same type of shit no more. Right? I mean, I would still, I would make the most of it, but I'm just saying, that ain't the point. That ain't the point. I'm coming to see you and then you fucking change your mind for no reason. Not because of anything I did. See, it would be one thing if I fucked up, right? Now I can link a cause to the effect. I can do something about that. I can say, Kev, get your shit together, right? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. So, as great, as just fucking amazing as the idea of visiting her sounded and her showing me all around and all of that, man, like she painted such an amazing picture of what our visit would be like. I'm all the way with it, but I can't trust it. So I don't even know what the fuck is going on, right? So I didn't see that though, right? I didn't see that until I started looking at the situation with my spiritual eyes, meaning I started thinking about it, reflecting on it. Then I saw all of that. And I saw a lot more. I saw a lot more, right? And it was just all red flags. So as amazing as this woman is in so many ways, you know, you got this shit over here, right? Where it just ruins everything. Because ultimately, one, you don't trust me. And see what I realized, I learned a lot from my experience with her. I've learned a lot. One thing I've learned is that people, it's very rare to find someone that judges you based on your fruit. Meaning, when they look at you, it's very rare for people to look at you and only see you, right? What's very common is for people to look at you and see somebody else, right? People will look at you like just take like a woman, for example. She'll look at you as a man and see her ex that hurt her, that broke her heart, right? She's looking at you, but she's seeing him or them, right? She's not even seeing you. She can't see you because she's afraid. She's in fear. She's in protective mode. She don't want to be hurt again. She can't see you. She can't trust you. She's too afraid to trust you. She's just concerned, like her focus is on protecting her heart. And so that's what this is like. She can't see me because during our time together, I've never done anything or said anything rude or passive aggressive, whatever the fuck that is, or mean to her. Never. So, I mean, that's just what it is. People look at you, but they don't see you. because they can't see you, because all they can see is these people from the past that hurt them, you know? So, there's a saying, a tree by its fruit. Jesus said that in the Bible. You judge a tree by its fruit. People don't judge you. People don't always judge you by your fruit. Most of the times they're judging you by somebody else's fruit. That's what it is. And so that was one thing that, I learned or became aware of just in looking at the situation with my spiritual eyes, and there was a lot of other things too, a lot, which I'm not going to put it all in this video. I've said enough, but it's like, damn, look, I'm just going to say it like this. Who knows how much or what I could be avoiding, by just ending things right now. And I wouldn't have done this if I wouldn't have looked at the situation with my spiritual eyes, which means think, reflect. You know what? And that's why so many people are blind in this world and deceived and ignorant and just stupid, because they don't think. They don't think. They don't take the time to reflect on situations, on experiences. They don't study them. They don't think. So because they don't think, they can't see. Sure, they can see with these physical eyes, but that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. I mean, that's just, physical navigation that gets you around, on earth. Like, I can see where I'm going in this field and how to get here. So I ain't gonna say it totally don't mean shit, but your spiritual sight is much more important. And to use it, all you have to do is think. You think on your experiences, you reflect on them, you study them. That's it. And so people are just out here all fucked up because the only set of eyes they're using is these two in their head. So that's all I wanted to talk about. It is fresh on my heart. I said, well, shit, I got a fucking YouTube channel. Fucking use it. Let's talk about it. I use this channel to, like, for this purpose sometimes, just to give y'all a peek into my life or whatever. More importantly, or more than that, I'll say, is it's just an outlet. It's an outlet because I'm back. I'm now back to having no friends. I had no friends before I met her, and then I met her, and I thought that she was becoming a friend. But I don't hold nothing against her. I don't have no problem with, like, nothing, like, there's no grudge. There's nothing. I just understand that she's not ready, and that's all it is. She's not ready. She definitely ain't ready for somebody like me, because I'm not coming into anybody's life trying to earn their trust. You gotta trust me right out the gate, because I ain't do shit to you. You don't even know me. I deserve to start off with a clean slate, and you do too. And so if you're not able to give me that clean slate, I ain't about to fucking be trying to make somebody trust me, because I didn't do anything to make them not trust me. You understand that? Like, we just met. I haven't done shit. I haven't given you any reason to not trust me. So that means the reasons you don't trust me have nothing to do with me. It means I can't change that. And I'm not trying to. I got better things to do. I have better things to do. You know, I'd rather use that time to fucking meditate or something, or just, something, be out in nature exploring, or at the beach or something, riding my motorcycle or something, instead of trying to make somebody trust me when I didn't do anything for them to not trust me. Right? So that's all. I'm about to end that. Uh and yeah, it was good to say that. I'm glad I got a YouTube channel. It's nice to make that video and say all that. And I'm out.